What's up, brothers? Welcome to another episode of here this beautiful my new studio. Like I told you last time already, here you see Dubai fountains, here you see Eiffel Tower from Paris. So amazing, bratans. Thank you everyone for watching, and we will speak today about obviously Bitcoin. What is happening here? We are still in the symmetrical triangle, and will we break right now to the downside? Is this a clear sign that we will break right now down? This what we will speak about, and the most important topic. It's not a clickbait. I tell you exactly when is the bottom in my opinion. It's not a financial advice, but historically this is very clear. So if you appreciate these videos, please like, subscribe on Poche Blatt. Do this if you like the videos. And what I want to tell you also doesn't matter. Okay, let's go in the charts right now, and quickly we're speaking first about the charts. So I told you yesterday that on Friday evening, if we see not a clear sign to the up or downside, we will see a consolidation throughout the weekend, and this is what we see right now. This is a very clear consolidation right now. I don't expect much happens. Maybe we will retest here this upper line in the next few hours, but I don't expect that a lot will happen here because it's Saturday today, and usually if we are on Friday evening don't see a dump or a clear pump, or when we see consolidation on Friday evening, we see consolidation throughout the weekend. This is what we see right now. So I don't think there will not much happen. I mean, probably, like I told you, wait a minute. This I have to again. Wait a minute. Probably we will see here some. Maybe a pump to 1,688. It's 1.4%, and it's 40%, 20 is 28%, but this is not a guarantee because not much happened. But however, bratans, as we see, maybe I make it bigger, it's even better. But as we see here that this consolidation and it's getting tighter and tighter in the symmetrical triangle, and you see also the volume is going down. What this means? That means that we will see even a bigger movement to the up or to the downside. And obviously there are people crying, oh, you're saying up or downside? Yes, bratan, it's obviously only up or downside, but the thing is, wait a minute, блядь, oh, suka, блядь, what is this? Wait a minute again. Wait. But the thing is, it's very clear. It's new. I usually do on the phone, Bratan, so excuse me for that. But for us, it doesn't matter if it goes to the up or downside because it's very clear. If we break here this line to the downside, we can short Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, all the altcoins. If we're breaking to the upside, we can long Ethereum, Solana. I wouldn't long right now. I would only long Ethereum or Bitcoin right now because it's too dangerous. So obviously, if we are breaking here to the upside, this line to the upside, we can start to long Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, all the altcoins, right? Why it's not going? Wait a minute. Then if we are breaking, let's say here we're breaking here at 16,900, then we can obviously start to long Bitcoin. Price target 17,900, 6%, 10x 60%, 20x over 120%. Usually we see this breakout to the up or downside on Sunday evening when the Asia market opens. So I think today go out with the dog, shit in the park, the dog can clean it, and or chill with your family. And Sunday evening I assuming we will see a huge movement. Obviously, if we're breaking here to downside, let's assume here at 16,600. It depends where on the timeline. If we break this line at 6,600 to the downside, we can start to short Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, all the altcoins. The price target is then here. Wait a minute, I measure it for you. Let's say here at 60,600. The technical price target would be here around 15,600. Then we have here a potential short at around 6%, 10x, 60%, 20x, over 120% also. So watch out for this. In my opinion, this is a very clear sign. Obviously, if we break here to downside, first price target would be 16,240, and the next one would be around 15,850, and then our price target 15,600, right? So very clear in my opinion, bratans. And if Bitcoin break to the upside, we are longing Ethereum. Also, if Bitcoin break to the downside, we are shorting also Ethereum because Ethereum just following Bitcoin, right? So very clear. I hope you understand what I told you. Did you understand what I told you or not? Please write me down below, because I mean, for me right now the setup, it's a little bit new with this blade, fingers. Usually I can good work with my fingers, but you know what I mean. So let's speak right now. When is the bottom in? What is a clear sign when the bottom is in, bratans? And this is so easy. When the Fed is pivoting. So when the Fed is pivoting or pivot, then it's very clear. Let me show you here. Wait a minute, I have to switch again the scene. So it's very clear. Look, we are watching here the federal funds rate, and we see the historical chart. And if I'm watching here, look at this. It's so clear, man. You see here the interest rates are rising. What it means, I mean, it's very clear. Wait a minute, I explain you in a second. You see here, we had here this the all-time high was at 2.4% approximately April, and as soon as they started to lowering, you see several months. You see next one, Huyak, and then next a little bit lowering. You see it right now, May 2019 they started to lowering. What happened May 2019? If we are going back on the daily, what happened here? May 2019, you see here we starting to spit on my phone. We started to rally to the upside. You see, I mean, since May we had here a pump of over 144%, right? And then when the very clear bottom was in, because this they're starting only to lowering, here you see as soon as they start from 1% going to 0.05% in April. What happened? April 2019, not 2019, April 2020, as the Fed lowered the rates at 0.05, 2020. Now let us watch. This was here. This was when we reached here our clear bottom. You see, March, April. This is when the Fed go with the interest rates to zero, and this was a very clear sign that the bottom is in, and this is when the rally started. You see here, exactly here, March 2020, this is when the clear bottom was in, and we saw a rally all-time high at 1,500%. So I explain you why it is like that. If the interest rates, if the Fed is hiking the interest rates, what is happening? The companies trying to sell their risky assets, and if they try to sell their risky assets, people they're going off like Bitcoin, Ethereum, all the crypto, because these are risky assets. So we see Bitcoin is dumping. The Fed is hiking the rates because they want to get out the money of the system because they printed too much, right? And what happened if the maximum pain is there? They pivoting and they start to lowering the interest rates. And as soon as they start to lowering the interest rates, this is a very clear sign that the bottom is in. So very, very clear. But right now the bottom is 100%, in my opinion, not in, and I explain you exactly also why. So let me go back here in the scene. It will be faster soon, bratans, so don't judge me right now. By the way, on Slavik Crypto, me and Thomas Kralo, you know him, bratans, we have a giveaway of 1,000 USD worth of Bitcoin to everyone who is following us, retweeting this tweet, and take 3 real friends, not celebrities or something like that. And the last giveaway I did alone, and here Jim Wallace win, and he did even a tweet, new update, Slavik and Assistance came through and sent the win. Thanks, even past the $1,000 came out to be 1,046, best channel ever. Sorry the impatience. Yes. So you see, sorry the impatience, but I even didn't want to send him money because he was so impatient, but I still did it. So I'm doing what I'm promising. If you want, check it out. So right now, let us speak here about the Treasury. The major foreign holders of US Treasury securities are China, and China is dropping every month the US Treasury since the recession started. And why they doing this? They're doing it because they want to save yuan, their own currency, right? Currency. Why they want to save yuan? They want to save it because they cannot hike the interest rates like US does it. Because if they're starting to do so, they have a big bubble of real estate, right? This big bubble will explode immediately because the companies cannot get a loan, right? So they cannot do it. What they're doing instead, they start to selling US treasuries, and the more they're selling the US treasuries, the more the treasuries getting cheaper. But at the same time, the US treasury rates are hiking. You see, and the more the rates are hiking of the US treasury, the more the US companies cannot loan money. So what happens? If the interest rates, the treasury rates are hiking, US companies cannot loan money, and if they don't get a loan, they go bankrupt. So this could be a whole chain of like this could be the real black swan event. You understand what I'm speaking? Because if China is constantly selling their treasury, then it could same happen like with England with the gilts. It was like only a small, like how I could explain, a small example what could happen, right? Because the more they're selling, the more the interest rates, not the interest rates, the treasury rates are hiking, and the other countries like Germany, like Swiss and so on, which already dumping US treasuries, by the way, will be forced to sell also their treasuries. And the more countries are selling US treasuries, the more the hikes are going up. The hikes are going up, the treasury is getting cheaper and cheaper, and there will be coming a point where the US has to come in and print money to save their US treasuries, the same like England did. And this could be the real black swan event, because the more the treasury rates are hiking, the less US companies can lend out money, right? Because it will be too expensive. And what happens? One after another, big US companies will go down to toilet, and this could be the real big black swan event. I hope you understand what I'm telling you. If not, bratans, I make maybe some new episode for disabled blind, but I hope. If not, please watch from the start. So in my opinion, this is very clear. Watch out for China. If China dropping all their US treasuries, I mean, then we will see here a spike from the treasury rate, like it's really going to the moon, and then all the companies, US companies, will fall one to another. And as we are in a globalization, they're all connected with each other. We will see a real black swan event. Watch out for this. So this is my moment where I am indicating if we see a bottom in Bitcoin or in the whole market, because if we will see, I want to see a real black swan event, like for example, like I told you about, like that China and other countries start even more dropping US treasuries, because then we will see really one to another company going bankrupt. This is one thing, but the real thing is when we see the Fed is pivoting. When the Fed is pivoting, when they start to lowering the interest rates, this is the moment, based on the historic, when we see Bitcoin are rallying again. For us day traders, again, if we see a break to the downside of the symmetrical triangle, we can long a short Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, all the altcoins. If we break to the upside, we can long Bitcoin, Ethereum. I wouldn't long Solana. I'm expecting here to see huge pump or dump. I mean a huge volatility, because it's getting tighter and tighter. The volume is going down. I'm expecting here a huge breakout or breakdown on Sunday evening when the Asia market open, or latest when the US market opened on Monday 9:30. So watch out for it. If we're breaking to the upside, we can long this line. If we are breaking this line to down, so we can short. Very clear in my opinion. Bratans, please do your own research. Watch out, link down below, the first pinned comment. If you also want to trade on BitGet or Bybit, this for trading, not to holding your coins, very important, Bratan. Then you can get on BitGet right now a bonus of $8,000 after initial deposit, and on Bybit you get $30,030, but you have to fulfill some requirements. But even if you don't fulfill some requirements, you still get free access to my Discord, Telegram channel, where I give you all this information for free, because you're supporting me, very obvious. So make sure you don't miss out on this, Bratan. Link is down below. I kiss you and I see you later. Mwah.